I've been looking at the ruins of what was Camp 4 at a height of 24,600 feet on the southwest face of Everest. Now, just 5 days ago, everything looked fine. And then we were hit by what is the worst storm that I or any other member of the team has ever experienced in the mountains. It looked as if we were losing this battle against the weather. Camp 2, we've managed to dig out. Our tentage has received a very severe hammering. It's in shreds, it's been bent, the actual frames have been bent, but I think we're in a position to keep going.
Well, in a word, the vicious weather conditions that you get at this time of year. Post-monsoon season is considerably more hostile weather than the pre-monsoon season, and the expedition were committed to trying the mountain at this time because it's so heavily booked, and as such they always had to face the potential of having very bad weather on the hill. And as it's turned out, the weather has been bad, and consequently they failed.
When you say weather, do you mean cold or do you mean wind?
Well, it's a combination of extreme cold, which gradually builds up to as you get into the winter, into December, and a sort of constant battering of high-speed winds, which carry spindrift, which is wind-blown snow, into the climbers' faces as they're climbing. It batters the tents, and it constantly nags at their morale and their comfort on the mountain. And of course there's the constant danger of frostbite, which is very, very serious in these temperatures.
You just mentioned morale. When you were there, which isn't so long ago, what was their morale like? They were still in with a chance.
Their morale was excellent. This is a very experienced team. They knew what they were in for before they went to the mountain. They knew they were probably in for a long struggle, and consequently they paced themselves. And when I left, conditions for me, as a fairly inexperienced climber in as far as expeditions are concerned, were intolerable. But the other climbers seem to be taking it very much in their stride.
I don't think it's any of those things really, except perhaps the first, bad luck. I don't like, however, to think of the proposition in terms of the first Briton, because after all my expedition was very much a British mounted expedition with tremendous support from the Sherpas and with New Zealanders in the party. I don't really like to single out and be strictly national about these things.
You've sent a message of sympathy, I understand, to the team.
Yes, of course I have.
What did it say?
Well, may I just read it? I've said deepest sympathies and well done. I share your disappointment, but we all know you went to the absolute limits before conceding defeat. No other team would have stuck it out so long in those conditions. There'll be great relief that you're all safe.